First line.
Shh, we're on. Good day to you. I am Professor Emma Fallendown.
Ah, yes, and I am Dr. Julius Tip over here with a warm welcome to Pitfalls. So, did you know as many as 75% of our nursing home residents fall each year, with an average of 2 to 3 falls annually for each individual resident?
Fall prevention is critical. We'll be exploring what we all can do to decrease these appalling statistics for falls, with a special look at the locations and circumstances that contribute to so many falls.
It's a perfect opportunity for me to present my solutions to this problem.
Your solutions?
It's really much simpler than you might imagine, and it all starts with STOP. S-T-O-P.
I wish you would. The people who provide care every day in settings like this know firsthand how critical falling can be to the health of the residents we care for.
Every year, approximately 1,800 people die from injuries related to falls in nursing homes. Of the many who survive them, the quality of their lives changes dramatically. Most become disabled. And the many more who worry about falling again. Those of us who work in nursing home care know just how important it is to prevent falls. The health of our residents depends on it. Falling has many consequences. Injury and death are the most obvious ones, but fear of the next fall has its own costs. Residents often begin to withdraw from their typical routines and activities, which in turn increases their risk for additional falls.
So, what can you do? And what is STOP all about? Well, STOP stands for Stop, Think, Observe, and Prevent.
It's easy for anyone to fall into a comfortable job routine, but it's critical to be on guard for fall hazards the moment you start your day and to remain alert all during your shift. We have to be thinking constantly about everything we can do to prevent falls in every area we normally encounter.
Just keep in mind that many falls can be predicted and avoided, but as I say, only with your help.
And as I say, if you see a resident at risk or observe potential hazards, stop and take action. Make resident safety and fall prevention a priority, and encourage everyone on the residents team to do the same.
Perfect. Stay with me for more simple secrets for effective fall interventions and preventions.
And we'll both tell you how to make a really big difference in helping someone avoid those painful pitfalls.
They will thank you.
You have my guarantee.
Until we talk again.
What did I tell you about interrupting me?
Hello, Dr. Julius Tip over here.
And I am Professor Emma Fallendown with a good day to you and welcome to Pitfalls. Today we'll open your eyes to a fall hazard that could happen at the very moment we start our day. And where might that be?
I'm so glad you asked me, Emma. It's where you normally find everyone in the morning. In bed. That's why the best way to start the day is to stop unnecessary falls in the bedroom. A few simple procedures is all it takes.
As long as you perform them properly.
Fall prevention in and around the bed is really critical to us, and turning in bed is really high on the list. If the patient is too large or difficult to manage, get help from a coworker. And remember, always turn the resident slowly.
But now I will tell you another situation where bedroom falls commonly occur, and it involves using the bathroom.
This is such a common problem. The resident is in bed, needs to go to the bathroom. The staff is busy, impatient. The resident gets up unassisted, and that's a dangerous moment.
Help! Somebody help me!
It's understandable. She doesn't want to wait, either because she really has to go or because she's just plain embarrassed to ask for help. But when residents get up unassisted, the risks go way up. We found it's best to work on a proactive schedule. For me, that means checking with residents every 2 hours to see if they need to go. As you get to know your residents, you'll know who can wait 2 hours and who needs to go more often. That way you can catch them before they have to go in a hurry. That goes a long way in helping to prevent falls.
And don't forget that STOP also means observing the bedroom environment and taking effective preventive action.
Very effective.
There are so many things you can do to make the bedroom safer and more resistant to falling. You could lower the bed height to help the resident move in and out more easily. Ideally, their feet should be able to touch the floor when they're sitting on the edge of the bed. And this really works well for anybody who can't remember to call for help or might be confused and tries to get up a lot. A firmer mattress can also make things better. Socks with non-slip bottoms can also give the resident more stability, then make them feel safer and more secure. And for certain residents, a bed alarm can serve as a useful alert that a resident is trying to get up and needs assistance.
Bed alarms can be very useful, but just keep in mind that alarms can also agitate some residents and may actually cause falls rather than prevent them. It's very important to know how each individual responds to an alarm and adopt a strategy that meets their specific needs.
Very specific.
Of course, no matter how much you plan things, residents standing up from bed may still fall even when you're there with them. They might be dizzy or have a loss of balance caused by changes in blood pressure. This is where it's important again to always stop and think about how you can minimize the risk of residents falling. Make sure you stay by the resident's side as they get up and check that they're steady as they begin to walk. Residents who have a cane or a walker should always use them, even just getting to the bathroom. Encouraging the use of walking aids when you're there will help them remember to use them when you're not.
Walking aids are very important, but keep in mind, not all residents know how to use them properly. You gotta keep an eye on residents whether they're using their cane or walker correctly. If I see someone using it incorrectly, I'll refer them to a physical therapist and then they can have a little, reminder lesson.
So, how do we stop and think about decreasing falls in the bedroom? Let's review. Use safe turnover techniques, set a proactive toileting schedule, adjust proper bed height, assist with standing from bed, and ensure proper use of walking aids.
I must say I couldn't agree more. Check back with me for more simple secrets for effective fall interventions and preventions.
Yes, and we'll tell you how to make a really big difference in helping someone avoid those painful pitfalls.
Very painful.
Very.
To you, Dr. Julius Tipover again, and welcome back to Pitfalls. While Emma is taking a short break in the loo, that reminds me that not every fall occurs while a resident is moving from one place to the next. Many falls occur inside the bathroom. Let's stop and take note of the potential hazards.
Falls don't just happen on the way to the bathroom, they happen once a resident is there too. The bathroom is a very unique location, especially due to the presence of water. Wet, slippery floors are a major hazard. Check bathrooms frequently to be sure the floors are dry, and consider placing a no-slip mat by the toilet. Physical transitions are often tricky. Getting on and off the toilet can be quite a challenge. If you find a resident is having trouble getting on or off, you should report it promptly. It could be the toilet seat is too low, or handrails are needed around the toilet. Physical therapists can help you answer these questions. It's critical to have the right equipment on hand to keep residents safe during toileting.
So again, you must stop, think, observe, and prevent. Many bathroom falls can be predicted and avoided, but only if you are aware of the hazards. Which steps can be taken to improve safety in the bathroom? Keep floors dry, use non-slip mats, check toilet height, and promote the use of handrails. The key is to make resident safety and fall prevention a priority, and encourage everyone on the residents team to do the same.
I'm back. Are we ready for the next segment?
You'll become a powerful part of helping someone avoid those painful pitfalls. What could be better?
You didn't.
Until we talk again.
Good day to you. I am Professor Emma Fallen.
Hello, Dr. Julius Tip over here with a warm welcome to Pitfalls.
Today,
That's right. Today, when we look at the times and places where falls are most likely to occur, we want to pay particular attention when residents are moving around the nursing home.
Didn't we talk about this in...
Residents need exercise. Walking is important to maintain strength, so you want to encourage it. But we must keep a sharp eye out for hazards.
Julius,
So let's move right along to hallways and corridors.
Hallways pose a special challenge for us, and the hazards are significant. First and foremost, hallways should be constantly checked for clutter. Debris in hallways is a tripping hazard. Second, floors must be kept dry. Wet, slippery floors are bad news, and spills should be cleaned up immediately. Safe access should be provided around areas that are waiting for cleanup or have just been cleaned. Decluttering is actually a great preventive strategy in any common area like the living room and dining room. We also make it a practice to report any problems with broken furniture that could lead to a fall.
many falls can be predicted and avoided, but only if you're aware of the hazards in every environment.
And lighting is another issue. We pay a lot of attention to lighting, especially glare in hallways. Many residents in nursing homes have poor vision, and shiny floors can cause them to trip over unseen objects. I pay a lot of attention to shiny floors and poor lighting, and I report these things right away. Of course, any resident who needs glasses should be wearing them when moving about, and you may have to make sure the lenses are clean. That probably sounds odd, but older people often don't notice their glasses getting dirty, and it makes a big difference in vision. And bifocals can actually be a problem. If a resident is wearing bifocals, you have to take extra care. People get disoriented when their eyes switch between which portion of the lens they're looking through. Single vision glasses, if possible, are going to be safest when moving about.
As always, it is critical to stop. Let's review steps to reduce falls in hallways. Declutter pathways, minimize glare, maintain proper lighting, remind residents to wear eyeglasses, and keep glasses clean. And remember,
if you see a resident at risk or observe potential hazards, stop and take action.
make resident safety and fall prevention a priority, and encourage everyone on the team to do the same. And we'll see you here next time.
We need to talk again.
Dr. Julius Tip over here.
And I am Professor Emma Fallendown with a good day to you and welcome to Pitfalls. I'm afraid to ask, what's with the dark glasses?
Well, it's certainly not to hide my identity as a renowned expert on typtological phenomenon. See if you can guess.
I think I got the idea. Let's all help the good doctor by ignoring him as we look outside to explore why you still need to stop when a resident heads out for some healthy sunlight.
We encourage our residents to get at least 15 minutes of sunlight exposure each day, so the trips they take outside are essential. But we are always on the lookout for outdoor hazards that may lead to a fall. We focus our attention on high-risk areas like steps, curbs, and any uneven surfaces in the outdoor setting. We study and support our residents as they navigate these areas, and we stress the importance of using handrails whenever they're available.
Inside or out, always look for potential hazards, take corrective action, and share what you see and do to maintain a safer environment for your residents.
It might sound extreme, but we even watch for shadows from trees and plants. They often confuse residents with poor vision. Especially watch for clutter, broken furniture, and cracked steps or pavement. And be quick to report what you observe.
So keep these things in mind to stop and watch out for as you work to prevent falls outdoors. Watch for steps and curves. Look for uneven surfaces. Pay attention to shadows and dark areas. And be aware of cracked and broken pavement.
Help someone avoid those painful pitfalls. They will thank you.
If you don't mind, I would like to have the last word here.
No. Until we talk again.
Dr. Julius Tip over here.
And I'm Professor Emma Fallendown, and welcome back to Pitfalls.
Today, we will finally answer the question that I have addressed in my award-winning book, Shoes and Wheelchairs, to walk, roll, or skip the whole thing.
What award?
That's not important.
But fortunately, the solution to these challenges, which may or may not be in any book I've never heard of, are really the same no matter where you are. And you need look no further than down at your feet.
It's very important that residents always wear shoes when they're up and walking about. The shoes should be their own, and they should fit well. Shoes that fit well create good stability, but if they're too tight, it can cause foot pain and lead to problems with walking. Poorly fitting shoes increase the risk of someone falling. Loose shoes or laces cause trips and slips. If the laces are untied, tie them. If I notice a problem with shoes, I report them right away, and the family can be asked to help get better shoes for their resident. Healthy, pain-free feet are really important. We pay a lot of attention to proper foot care. Healthy feet makes the resident more balanced and makes them more active.
When it comes to shoes, stop and remember. Require shoes everywhere. Ensure proper fit. Report shoe problems right away. And promote healthy foot care.
Moving on to wheelchairs. You would think that a resident in a wheelchair would have little risk of falling. Stop and think again.
Wheelchair falls are a big problem in nursing homes, but common sense prevention makes all the difference. For example, make sure that locking mechanisms on wheelchairs work correctly. They should always be locked when residents are getting in and out of their chairs. If we find a broken lock or other wheelchair problem, we have to report it right away and watch for residents who can't sit upright steadily in a wheelchair or any chair. Special pillows or supports can be used to keep residents stable and comfortable while sitting. It's a mistake to think that residents are safe because restraints are in place. We've seen studies that show that restraints actually increase injuries.
Let's stop and remember key steps for reducing falls in and around wheelchairs. Maintain locking mechanisms. Use locks to stabilize the chair. Report equipment problems. And don't rely on restraints. It's all in chapters 5 through 13 in my book, available on my website, www.tipovershoesandwheelchairs.tip.
Yes. Or you can just stop, think, observe, and prevent. It's the simplest way to maintain a safer environment for your residents. Remind yourself to stop. Look for potential hazards, take corrective action, and share what you see and do with others on your team.
Which is in my book.
You can make a really big difference in helping someone avoid those painful pitfalls.
Yes, chapter 22.
Until we talk again.
Do you think I should repeat the web address?
Hi to you again. I am Professor Emma Follender.
And Dr. Julius Tip over here. So, with a bit of help from my colleague here, I've been sharing the many ways you can help decrease the appalling statistics for falls among nursing home residents.
And even though the experience has been personally painful for me, I hope we've shed light on what you can do to help make a big difference. It all starts with STOP, which stands for Stop, Think, Observe, and Prevent.
You're in pain, Professor?
Yes, I am, but only for another minute and a half.
In our job, we need to think constantly about what a difference we can make to the nearly 3.3 million people who live in nursing homes nationwide. What we do on a daily basis to prevent injuries, even death, related to these falls. Think about what that means to the people we serve and to their loved ones.
We do this because we care about the health and well-being of all of our residents. That means watching for fall hazards the moment we start our day and taking corrective action. And then reporting everything that you see and do so that we have a safe environment for everyone involved.
So, here are a few simple reminders of the ways that many falls can be predicted and avoided with your help. To stop and decrease falls in the bedroom, use safe turnover techniques. Set a proactive toileting schedule. Adjust proper bed height. Assist with standing from bed. And ensure proper use of walking aids.
And when it comes to bathroom safety, here are the things to stop, think about, and observe to prevent falls. Make sure all floors are dry, use non-slip mats, check for proper toilet height, and promote the use of handrails.
And keep these things in mind to stop and watch out for as you work to prevent falls outdoors. Watch for steps and curbs. Look for uneven surfaces. Pay attention to shadows and dark areas. And beware of cracked and broken pavement.
Getting exercise by moving about the nursing facility is important to help residents keep up their strength. At the same time, when using halls and corridors, it's critical to stop and remember to declutter pathways, minimize glare, maintain proper lighting, remind residents to wear eyeglasses, and keep glasses clean.
When it comes to shoes, stop and remember. Require shoes everywhere. Ensure proper fit. Report shoe problems right away. And promote healthy foot care.
Don't forget about wheelchairs and fall prevention. Maintain locking mechanisms. Use locks to stabilize the chair. Report equipment problems. And don't rely on restraints.
If you see a resident at risk or observe potential hazards, now you know how to STOP and take action.
And if we all make resident safety and fall prevention a priority and encourage everyone on the residents team to do the same, we can work wonders. And thank you, Professor, for assisting me with these valuable segments of Pitfalls. By the way, how is your pain?
Almost gone.